Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Chats with Children. I hope you're safe and well. Today, I'm continuing my preview of the upcoming CPHI Frankfurt, which is in Frankfurt, not surprisingly, on October the 28th to the 30th. And today, actually, we are going to be talking about the CPHI Pharma Awards. And to help me talk about them, I'm delighted to be joined by Valentina Mognoni. Hopefully, I've pronounced that correctly, who is the program manager for Informa Markets. And we can learn more about the CPHI Awards, which will be on the first evening of the event. So, Valentina, it's lovely to meet you. How are you, first of all?
Thank you for the introduction, and I'm very well today. It's Friday, so we can almost there. Who can be happy about this? Yes, so I'm Valentina, and I look after the CPHI Pharma Awards. I'm the program manager at Informa, and thank you for having me today.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Valentina. Now, my first question for you, which is a bit of an obvious one, but for people not familiar with the CPHI Pharma Awards, what actually are they?
Well, it's a very good question, and I get asked this quite often throughout the year. Everybody like wonders what's behind the awards. What we try to do with the CPHI Pharma Awards is to celebrate the forefront of innovation, the collaboration that we have in the pharmaceutical industry, and what we do with the awards is just really honor the pioneers, trailblazers, all the great minds that are behind the advancements in drug discoveries, in manufacturing, or anything that's within the pharmaceutical industry.
Brilliant. Well, look, let's go back and talk a little bit more about the history of the awards because I know the awards have changed quite a lot over the years. And in fact, I think my first CPHI awards that I went to was 2016, maybe a bit later than that. I can't remember now. 2016, I think it was the one I went to. So, how long have the awards been running? And well, three questions, and you can answer in one way though. Why did CPHI launch the awards in the first place? How
Mhm.
long has it been running? And how has it evolved over that period?
Well, you've been attending and looking at the CPHI Pharma Awards for longer than I have, so maybe I do. But no, I've been with Informa for 2 years now, and I have to say, the CPHI Pharma Awards is one of those branches that I really have at my heart. It's wonderful to work with all the companies, the organizations, the individuals that submit an entry, as well with the juries, with the judging panel. But back to your question. So, if I'm not mistaken, this year we are celebrating the 22nd edition of the CPHI Pharma Awards. So, been around for quite a little bit. It came the I was told, and I truly believe it's still one of the main reasons why we have the CPHI Pharma Awards is the idea is to really celebrate the visionaries, the organization like that have been transforming and transforming the industry itself, like at the very core of it. So we do that by honoring the individuals, the teams, and the companies that really have pushed the boundaries for innovation.
Right. Okay. And how has it changed though since it started?
Well, originally when they started, it was really like celebrating and giving the spotlight to let's say, sectors of the pharmaceutical industry. So it was like really much focused on drug development, manufacturing, distribution, drug delivery, and devices, and so on. But since CPHI, it prides itself on representing the full supply chain of the pharmaceutical industry, it also has been evolving with the industry itself. So does the pharma works. So throughout the year, we've been adding more categories representing digital innovation, also um, really reflecting the industry trends. So, like integration with AI, startup innovations. Startups do play a very focused role at CPHI. We have quite a big representation from the industry and so on. So CPHI Pharma Awards really do move on as the industry does.
Brilliant. And what are the main categories for this year's awards?
We have 14 categories. I won't list them all, also because I don't remember all of them. Give it a try. We can play this game. We span from API, finished formulation, packaging and machinery, and we also have a couple of new additions, which are the individual categories. They were launched 2 years ago, and it's a mix of everything. We really do cover the full pharmaceutical industry, the best of the pharmaceutical industry.
And what are the main? I mean, just to tell you my background, I used to work on some big awards in the retail industry, so I understand how awards are run. But awards are all about credibility as well. So, what are the main criteria in terms of entering the award? So, what's the main criteria you look for companies to enter?
Um,
I've just lost you for a minute.
and
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, sorry.
so there is not a set of criteria for all the categories. They're different. It really depends on the category you are applying for. But let's say, generally speaking, they all include specific evaluation criteria that focus on innovation, implementation, achievements, and positive outcome. So what we ask every organization that is submitting an entry is like, how does this project, solution, or service introduce a new idea? What are the clear benefits and improvements, or like compared to already existing solutions? And is this a new method or a novelty to the market? So we'd also focus on passion centricity when it comes to certain, like, for example, device innovations.
Right, cool. And again, in terms of credibility, who are the judges for the awards? I don't really name the judges, but who do you look for to be judges of the individual categories?
So that it's a very interesting question, and it's a process that has been set in place for a long time. And every year we do get a lot of requests from people within the pharmaceutical industry to be part of the judging panel for the CPHI Pharma Awards. Jury members are basically experts of within the industry with decades of expertise, and they come from big pharma, from consultancy companies, from regulatory affairs. They have regulatory affairs background, market intelligence, and also academia. We do accept applications every year, so everybody can actually submit an application to become a judge. We do evaluate, and that's it.
And is it the same judging panel for every category, or do you have different judging panels for different categories?
So we have more than.
You're sorry, I'm losing you again, Valentina, in and out. So no, I still can't hear you properly.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah,
Yeah.
now I can hear you. Right, sorry. It
Yeah,
must be the Wi-Fi's splitting it out maybe a little bit.
So I was saying that we have more than 30 members within our judging panel, and we do get a very high volume of entries. I can't really disclose the number, but we are talking about hundreds of them, and like they can't possibly review all of them. Also because their expertise is rather different. They all come from different backgrounds. So we do ensure that each category is evaluated by at least 7 judges to ensure objectivity. However, some are overlapping. Some are like some judges, they just evaluate like a different categories. So not all the same people evaluate all the entries.
Right. Okay. And I know you can't tell me how many entries, but do you have some some categories which are more popular than others in terms of getting entries in?
Yeah, we do. We do have some categories that are really, really popular. Outstandingly, this year we had the best performing category was sustainability, and which really also tells like its clear message on how the industry is also evolving and moving on. But definitely we always have the core one of the CPHI. So we have manufacturing, finished formulation, and accelerating innovation is another category. Basically, we do a little bit of an analysis internally on what are the best performing categories and the entries that we receive. And this tells a lot about the commitment of the pharmaceutical industry to environmental stewardship, but also rapid innovation and operational excellence. Kind of like these are like the hot topics that are also shaping the future of the pharmaceutical and healthcare in general.
And I found it interesting when I was looking at the shortlist that you had quite a few women shortlisted for this year's Women of the Year and Woman of the Year, I should say, but also for I can't remember, is it upcoming leader? I might have got the title wrong for that as well. So in terms of those individual awards, what's the response been like that to them? Because it seems like you must have had a lot of entries for the women ones, given how many shortlists you have. You've moved again, and so the sound has gone again. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. So as soon as you come in, it picks you up again, then it goes back again. So yeah, I've lost you again.
Hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Wonderful. So yes, we do receive, and especially this year, we received a very high volume of entries when it comes to the Future Leader and Woman of the Year category. These are two of the individual categories, so we recognize a person and not really an individual and not really a company. And what we it's an initiative that we launched, I think, 2 years ago, really trying to spotlight the brilliant minds that are really like taking a personal chance and a personal stake at developing the product.
Fine. Now, the shortlist I know has already been announced, but when do you normally announce the shortlist?
So the process is very straightforward and easy to understand. We do accept entries from usually end of January, beginning of February each year, and we close the submission time towards the end of May, beginning of June. So everybody has a couple of months to really come up with an outstanding entry. We then we divide the entries and we let the judging panel evaluate all of them. They enjoy their summertime by reading entries. And by the end of August, beginning of September, we look at all the scores that we have received. We do a little bit of mathematic activities and adding up numbers. And by mid-September, we usually disclose the list of finalists for the CPHI Pharma Awards.
Brilliant. And the awards, as I mentioned, the winners are announced on the evening of the first day of CPHI. So looking ahead, though, how do you see the awards developing going forward?
Well, for the CPHI Pharma Awards, they reflect and mirror the trends of the industry, and they develop and move together with the industry itself. But the objective is also to adapt and spotlight the industry brightest innovators that are really driving transformation and change. So definitely, we're already working on the categories and some changes that we will be implementing for next year, for 2026. And the big topic is really including the personalized medicine, the AI developments in terms of when it comes also to contract research and the breakthroughs that are done with gene therapies nowadays. So definitely, we're already working in the background for adapting and changing and bringing something new to the CPHI Pharma Awards for 2026.
Right, great. Now, I've got while you were talking, I was just thinking that you have these awards every year with CPHI. It used to be worldwide, now then it was Europe, and then it's these individual cities that you're at. But obviously, you have a lot of other shows as part of the portfolio. I know you do the packaging awards, the Pharma Pack Awards. When you select CPHI Middle East or CPHI China or Japan, do you do awards for those events as well, or are those awards all sort of accumulated into the awards that you do here at CPHI Frankfurt?
Let's say that CPHI Frankfurt, worldwide Europe, as it used to be called, it's really where the whole pharmaceutical industry comes under one roof. It's really at the heart of pharma. It's where everybody goes and where you can find everybody within the pharmaceutical industry. We do accept application from worldwide, and with the categories that we have, we try to cover the full supply chain. So everybody is welcome to submit, and we do receive applications from all over the world, literally all over the world. We do also have awards at other shows. If I'm not mistaken, India, CPHI India, and CPHI China, they do have their own awards, where also international companies can submit an application. The slight difference lies in the fact that they have a regional take. So, for example, India's show is like has a strict focus on finished formulation, or like finished drugs. So you would see
Sure.
a lot of like focus with as much as we do with Pharma that has very much a focus on packaging and drug delivery. So the CPHI Awards in India, they do have a focus on key elements of the show itself.
Brilliant. Now, two final questions. If you are a company, first of all, congratulations to everyone who's been shortlisted on the CPHI Awards. I know we haven't listed all the categories, but they will be listed in the comments below with a link to all the shortlist. So you can see that there, just to add that in. But if people do want to enter, why should people enter the CPHI Awards if they're listening to this now thinking, well, I didn't enter this year. Why should I enter in 2026? Your voice has gone just at that crucial moment. There you go. Come back. It's still not there. You're back now. So there you go. No, you're gone again.
Back now?
You're back now.
What? Apologize for this. I don't know what's happening. So there's definitely a couple of reasons why a company or an individual might want to submit an entry for the CPHI Pharma Awards. The first one is definitely recognizing and rewarding the team that is behind such service product innovation that they are applying for. It's really a one, like winning an award or like being shortlisted it's definitely like nothing better can boost morale for a company and for a team of people. It's in the past I had the opportunity and the chance to win an award with the rest of the team for an achievement, and it definitely does wonder for the people behind it. The company or the individual also get the chance to stand out as a leader. You get recognized for being top of something, the best at something, and also helps a lot for companies to elevate their brand, to be recognized by industry experts as well. So it's a mix of reasons, all good ones. So I don't see why we should not submit an entry for the CPHI Pharma Awards.
Can I ask you another question related to that? That again, having worked in awards and worked with many companies who've won awards as well. What support do you give, or what help do you give people once they're shortlisted or they've won an award? Because sometimes award people will say, right, here you can use this logo, and if you win, you can use it. I mean, you get the lovely glass or crystal trophy or whatever. That's nice, nice. But in terms of what help do you give them, if any, in terms of maximizing the fact that they've either been shortlisted or they obviously hopefully win as well? I've lost you again. Every time you move back and then come forward, your voice goes. So
Uh,
no, a bit more forward. I think you have to say it again. So you're still quiet. No, I've lost you completely now. And it was such a good question as well. And I can't hear the answer. All right, look, I'm not going to, I would have asked you one more question, but I think we're having sound trouble, so we don't want to drag it on and cause difficulty. So look, what I will say is that viewers, if you are at CPHI, then get in touch with Valentina if you haven't got a place at the awards dinner to see if you can still get one. I don't know what the process is, but I'm sure she can help you. But oh, can I hear you now? I can heard something then. Can you just about? No, you've gone again. No, never. We won't try. But if you'd like to see the shortlist, click on the link in the comments. It'll have all the companies listed, and also I will list every category in the comments individually, so you can see by each category who's been shortlisted. Because I did do a post on each one. leading up to this interview, so you can see who's been shortlisted for every interview. But hopefully, I will see you at the awards, because hopefully they'll let me in and see the awards, and I'll see you at CPHI. I'm sorry that we've had some sound trouble, Valentina, but genuinely, when I did hear you, it was very, very good. So thank you for sharing that information with me and everybody else. And viewers, thank you for watching. Until next time, as always, stay well and stay safe. Bye bye.